3A atlas, a 3I atlas. Do you see it on the screen? Okay, well, greetings, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. This is 10 o'clock Scholar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to talk a little bit about this spacecraft that we put up there, or at least our ancestors. You know, we do things like that far in advance. When the civilization or world is going crazy, we got to come and give it a shot, give it a shot of reality. And how do we do that? By raising the vibration. So anybody who tell you to be afraid of what's up there, they definitely didn't put it up there. And they definitely feel guilt of some kind. It's coming to get them. You know, like we said, the boogeyman. If 3I Atlas is your boogeyman, yeah, you should be worried. Because this is how it's going to happen, people. Sure, it's causing the sun to emit these solar emissions and sunspot increased activity, which is called earthquakes and volcano eruptions, which they will not tell you about on the news. They won't tell you about these volcanoes. You know, recently, the whole country of Australia was hit by one of these solar flares, and it knocked out all communications for an hour. Now, these things are increasing. They have been increasing. But unless you know what to look for, you're not going to find anybody talking about it. And I'm telling you that this is our relief. It's raising our vibrations. Even the man of sin is telling the truth now. The best he can. The best truth he can tell, he's doing it. So if your vibration is not, if you're not working on yourself to improve yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically, you're going to be left behind, I'm telling you. It's correcting all wrong. So, in every area where you can improve yourself, you should do it. Because if you let 3I Atlas correct yourself, it's going to be a heavy dose. In other words, this is what's being said. The way we do with vibrations, wherever you at, that's what we're going to intensify and bring you more of that, more of that. To give you the incentive to be at a high level. So if you're vibrating low thinking, lower self, you just let Satan have his way with you and your body and your thoughts. Yeah, you should be afraid. Because you got to rise up nowadays if you want to elevate. If you want to be here, you got to raise your vibration. And if you're doing work on yourself, you know what I'm talking about when I say raise your vibration. You know what I mean? To be intentional. To not pay attention to anybody with a low vibration. They got work to do before they talk to you. You know, people get in these communities and just talk about other people because they're different. you trying to look at somebody and you don't even have eyeglasses on. You don't know what you're looking at because you can't even see them. They're beyond your ability to see. So don't worry about other people, what they're doing. Worry about yourself. Everybody's worried about themselves. They're not worried about anybody else. So if you're going to be a teacher, be sure you're a good student. Be sure you have done the work. Because if you haven't done the work, if you haven't spent time with yourself, and I don't mean a few days, I mean years. If you haven't got to know yourself because you're afraid to be alone, then what kind of teacher can you be? You haven't taught yourself yet. How can you teach anybody else? Anyway, I don't fear what's coming because I know why it's coming. I know who put it up there. I'm looking forward to it doing what it has to do. Because I know those who I care about, they have done the work. And they're rising with the rising vibration. Did y'all see the full moon? No, that's a sun. That's not no moon. Can't no moon be that big. That's a new sun. Yeah, we the people of the sun. And I'm telling you, the people who can't stand the sun, I don't know what to tell y'all. Because that sun energy is increasing. Go outside and look right now. This 4th of December, you got another sun out there. Oh, y'all don't never look up. You're always looking down in the ground. Okay, that's my time. Take care. We'll talk about it next time. Okay, I see some comments in there, but I can't understand what you're trying to say. I thought I had cut. I thought I had disconnected, but I haven't. And then I look down there, I see some comments. Hey, speak your mind. I don't screen these comments so you can't say certain things. No, tell me what's on your mind. Just be clear. Don't talk in circles. I can take it. Yeah, if you want to cuss me out, go and do it. And tell me why you're upset about something I print or I talk about. And I'll tell you why you're upset. If you got the nerve to tell me I'm talking foolishness, then you got to tell me why you're upset. Okay, these people talking about slavery. Anybody talk about God don't know God. Anybody talk about Jesus never seen him. That's a program they're trying to get you into while they rape your daughters and mothers, while they steal your land. They want you looking up in the sky. So they said, no, you can't hit me. God wouldn't like that. You can't defend yourself. God wouldn't like that. These are the biggest hypocrites on the earth. The people who want to tell you about God. Their whole history has been anti-life. Their whole history has been against God. They've been killing God. But they want to tell you about God? Whoa, wow, wow. Y'all people are sick. Yeah, I'm glad you wrote that comment because I need to go in on you. All y'all peoples want to talk about God. Why you got to talk about God? Because you're not living the way God tell you to live. You can't. Your nature won't let you. So what you do is you tell other people to live a godly life because you cannot do it yourself. Because if you did, if you was able to live a godly life, you have no need to tell anybody else to live a godly life. You see? So your preaching is showing your inability to even know who God is. Yes, that's a guilt. You trying to talk like this to please God. God ain't pleased by your talking. He know you're a hypocrite. He know you're a liar. He know you only use God to get on people's good side to destroy them. You've been doing that for hundreds of years. Y'all got to come with a new game. That game is old. That game is old. Y'all playing them games, man. Y'all did that 400 years ago. Brought us God and took the land. Brought us God and raped our women. And then switched everything and said, we was raping you. Took our divinity and our divine creation and made it a curse. And took your cursed creation and made it divine. Yeah, have you noticed that even white people, so-called white people, and then you have to know why they call themselves that, they don't even like their own hair no more. Well, we know black folks who wear wigs are crazy. They don't love themselves. But have you ever, when the last time you seen a white woman with dark hair? They all want to be blondes. I was just noticing that. And you know that's not their real hair. They're not real blondes. Blonde, let me tell you something. Go do your own research. Blonde hair is an anomaly. It's not, it's very rare. It's very rare. Most people are dark haired, even among the so-called Europeans. But y'all want to have this blonde hair because y'all think that's a standard of beauty. Yeah, okay. You think your skin is a standard of beauty? Okay. Y'all need to go read the Bible. In the Bible, when Moses married this Ethiopian woman, and his sister was upset, God cursed her with the white skin. Now, nowhere in the Bible does it say dark skin is cursed. But then your Jesus is so white, and you want to bring that Jesus to me. There's a book I want y'all to read, and it's the author. The title is "Your Jesus is Too White." Your God is too white. That's it. Look it up. You'll find it. Even told you God is black. Y'all ignored that, right? Y'all remember last year? Yeah, he put it out there and said, "Hey, this what they hiding from y'all." But you don't. You tell, oh, it doesn't matter what color. Well, if it doesn't matter what color he is, why is it always white? Every time you look at him, why is it always white? Oh, color don't matter. Y'all the biggest liars and hypocrites. Yeah, the boogeyman gonna get you. That's what you fear is gonna be your destruction. Some call it 3-eye atlas. 3-8 atlas is your boogeyman. All right, thank y'all for your comments. Like I said, I always love comments. It allows me to go in deep, and some people are educated because it's my will that my breath, that my breath, that I breathe consciousness into being, that I breathe consciousness into being so that the invisible become clear before your eyes. That's why the screen is black. You put on that screen what you want to see. Because my expressions of truth flows with my speech. I bring you to living wisdom. Yes, I walk with the rhythm of nature, of creation. I walk with the rhythm of creation. Every cycle renews my life. I think that's all you can take for now. So until next time, remember, love is the greatest power. This is what Einstein discovered in the uniform field theory. So try to get some love in your heart.